Hello and welcome back to my island. My name is Yo, and for today's video I think I'm gonna redo my entrance actually. If you don't remember what my entrance looked like, I'll post a screenshot right here. It was more woodsy like, more cottagecore like, but my island is a hotel themed island and I thought I should make the entrance more fitting to that more fitting to that theme. So I'm thinking of doing a little lounge seating area on this right hand side and having a little cute checkout counter or check-in counter on the left hand side. I do plan for this to be a little section of itself, so I'm gonna wall it off from the rest of the island. So like the left side, I'm gonna just completely wall that off sooner or later in this build. But right now I'm thinking I really want to do some waterscaping. A, because it feels like I'm trapped with all these walls just right here, but B, because I am trying to mimic this one dream address that I toured the other day, and I just absolutely fell in love with their whole island. Actually, I'll leave the dream address in the description, and if I have them, I'll put the screenshot up of what I'm trying to mimic and create on my island. So right off the bat, I'll use the island name. So I believe the island name is Shadowfell. So on Shadowfell, right when you enter through the airport, there's like this little seating area, and then you get to walk up like 2 inclines, either left or right. And I really absolutely love that area of just once you get on, there's a little foyer or little seating area for you. And I just wanted to an excuse to bring that to my island, because behind the scenes of this is actually this whole little lounge area and check-in check-out counter was supposed to be closer to my secret beach, but after looking at that island, I wanted to bring this to my entrance as well. And I think it works just perfectly fine, because as you can see, my entrance is super close to my plaza. So I like how this whole section just fills that area and immediately will lead you to the plaza. Alright, and from here, I'm starting to go ahead and wall off this bill from the rest of the island, because I want visitors to be able to, you know, dwell in this area and be in this area before they have accessibility to the rest of the island. While I'm here, I'm also filling in any of the holes on the flooring. I do apologize if you do not like the mixed matchness of all of the tiles on the floor, because I kind of like it, and thought since we can't use the rugs outside to designate different zones, might as well just use the mixing and the matching of the few design patterns that we do have. So that's why the tile is the way it is. But as you can see right around here, I was having a lot of trouble decorating, so I was kind of happy I got a little clay break.
What are you so happy about? Tex made borscht for me. It's so cool he remembered one of my top 10 favorite foods. Top 5? Actually, it's my favorite now. Anything Tex makes is a favorite. Yes, indeed. You two are a Tex fan. Okay, I think this is good. I would like to have something. You know what? I should probably get the booth tape, like the booth chairs. That probably look nice here. That would probably look nice. I do need more plant partitions.
Hello, it's Editing Yo again, and as you can see from all of the rearranging of furniture, all was not just good. I don't know if you can tell, but I was extremely struggling with the placement of, you know, the seating area, because I knew I wanted a lot of seating, but all the placements that I did do, they just were not flowing well to me, you know? I do plan to do on the outer rim, like, either plant partitions or fencing, so I couldn't push it against that. And I did want my villagers to come in and sit down, so I had to, make sure the elegant chairs were faced a certain way so that they can sit down and actually use them. And you know what? It only took me, absolutely a forever, but I finally found a little seating position that I liked with the little, ancient tape not ancient antique table and the two chairs. And I actually do like, that I might add another chair in the future, but now we're stuck with this sofa facing the entrance. But you know what? At least I got rid of the little table that was sitting in front of the sofa chair, because that made it feel like the area was smaller. It just didn't feel right being right there. So I'm happy I took that away. But if you can't tell, all of this was just me winging it. I did not have all of the materials I needed, and completely just ran with the idea of what if I had a lounge and checkout center in the front. But for the most part, this is what the little lounge area looks like for now, until, of course, I change it later on in the video, because that's gonna happen. Here we have our checkout center, which is, it was easier to make because I had a build similar to it on my previous island when I made a mailroom. The biggest struggle on this checkout center actually was just me thinking to myself, what if I made this into a bar where everybody can get their drinks here? I did the whole layout with all din desk, and I decided not to because I had a little mascot in my head that I wanted to do as a checkout person. So I went back to checking out. This whole build was actually really fun for me to do. Stressful, yes, but still fun nonetheless. I don't know if you guys clocked it or not, but each time I pull out my inventory, see, I dare you, pause the video. You might have to slow down the video because it's in like 400 times speed, but pause the video on whenever I pull out my inventory and just count how many items I can fit in my freaking inventory. I can only fit in my inventory, like, I think it was only 9 items, so I was constantly going back to my what's that thing called, back to my shed, and then back to the build. I was moving the shed everywhere I went, because I only had like 9 open available spots. I had so many trees in my inventory, because again, I tore down the original entrance building, and that build had so many trees, so many trees that needed nursery fruits so I can stunt them, and they're just in my inventory, and I was too stubborn and hard-headed to put them back into the ground in my little tree area. A little good thing that came from the limitations, though, were I didn't have enough castle walls to completely wall off this area. So I just, as I was tearing down the little terraforming, I got to the one spot where I was like, what if this part actually connected to the little peninsula that I had already built for my from my museum build? And I actually I really liked that idea. Of course, I'm gonna have to like move my house and tear down an already existing build to do that. But going into this build, making the entrance here like this, I already knew I was gonna tear down my museum build anyways, because now I wanted to do something special with the plaza area. So all of it just, it flowed well to me at the moment. Of course, now I have the homework of figuring out how to connect here to the little peninsula that I have built up, but that's a little fun part for me and for you guys to see later on. But I think the absolute most fun and the main reason why I decided to go back to having the little, checkout area be a checkout area instead of a bar is because I wanted the little receptionist to be, the little bunny toy that I suffered into getting. So I wanted to show it off and have them be the receptionist to our island, which I think is the perfect receptionist actually. Like, can you imagine just checking into a monster themed hotel and being greeted by an agonized soul trapped in a toy? Like, hi, how can I help you? How many nights are you staying? Also, I'm trapped. I find it fun and I'm happy to use an Easter item. There's not many things that you can do with Easter items, I think, so I'm happy to use it. And I honestly, I think the last things to do here is just to make sure that the second tier is all decorated, just so that the whole environment can actually meld together. Here I did contemplate on whether or not I wanted to copy Shadowfell's little waterfall design. Again, I was just insert the screenshot right here or just do my own with the glowing moss, and I decided ultimately to do it with the glowing moss. But after that, I think everything's complete. Here it is, and I'm just gonna swing it over to gameplay yo to take it away. Alright, and I think that's it for my entrance. I actually really like how it ended up. I just don't know how I'm gonna connect it to the rest of my island. But wow, yes, and then you can check in right here. Oh, Clay, are you about to check in? Hey, I feel like I've seen you a lot today. Am I seeing you a lot, or do I just feel that way? Aw. Hey, can I talk to you? I've got a real serious problem. I can't get any sleep lately unless I've got some lights on. What if a ghost starts to tickle me in the dark? I don't like being tickled by ghosts. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's gonna be so many ghosts on this island sooner or later. Clay, if you want out, I'll let you, but please don't make me make that decision. But yes, here you are. You can check into Gobl'Inn right here, and then after that, you can explore the island via this entrance or this entrance. And I'm gonna move my house somewhere else, and we're gonna figure out what to do on this side or onwards, because that's gonna be another day. Today was just the entrance, and I really like how it ended up. I think I did it off camera, but let's see. I added a Valiant statue, yeah, right there, off camera, and yeah. Well, this is all for me today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Ooh, let's see if Clay can do it. Bye, Clay! Oh. Bye, y'all. See y'all next time.